Morning.
Can you update us with the situation regarding Danny Rose? How far away is he from A, returning to training?
I am not a doctor, but only I can explain that he's very positive. We are very positive, and he's happy. I was talking with him now before the press conference, and I met with all the players before, and yes, we are happy after he visits the specialist, and it's not a big issue. It's a minor problem. It's a small problem, and we'll see. Maybe as soon as we hope that as soon as possible can be available again.
But how soon might that be? I mean, is there a chance that he might not be out for the 2 months that initially you thought he might be?
No, but I think it's too much rumor, and we need to be patient when the players are out. But that rumor is not a rumor, a rumor that is true. That is not true. Why you laugh?
You're optimistic,
Ian,
then.
to be
You're
honest,
optimistic about
that
it.
never came from the club.
But do you know? I don't know why
He
to.
said 2 months, he might be out for 2
Who
months.
said 2 months?
Newspaper. I called the other meeting.
But we cannot control all that are on the media or in internet like this. The most important thing, he's very optimistic. We are optimistic with him. We are happy, and you will see what happens. It's only time.
What about Jan Vertonghen? What about Eric Lamela? How far away are they?
Vertonghen, I think we explained a lot the situation about Vertonghen. Maybe next week will be available to start to work with the team. We are very positive and optimistic too with Jan Vertonghen, like Danny Rose. With Eric Lamela, we are very happy and very positive and very optimistic too. But I cannot give the date that maybe met the teammate to start to work.
Is Kieran Trippier available
Yes.
for you for this week?
He started Monday to training with the group. He's well, and we hope after today and tomorrow be available for to be selected.
How significant is this weekend's match for you?
Like all the games, because was Middlesbrough and now will be Liverpool. I think every game is important because always you play for 3 points, and it's true that it's not decisive game because a lot of game ahead to play, but it's true, but will be important game. We are capable to win and achieve the 3 points. Will be important for us to keep our position on the table, to try to put pressure on Chelsea. It's true that it's not decisive game, but it's an important game.
I mean, if you were to win, that would put you 7 points in front of Liverpool. But that's quite a margin, isn't it?
7 points.
Yes. If you win.
Okay, yes. Yeah, but I am thinking on the top on the table. Sorry, because I didn't understand your question, but that is not the problem today. After the game, to be a 7 point, or I don't know. The important thing is to try to get the 3 point because our objective is to be and reduce the gap against Chelsea. And but for that we need to be ready to fight because it will be a very, very, very difficult game. They are not in a good run, but Liverpool have a very good player. For me, it's one of the best squads, not only in England, if not in Europe. And sure that they will be motivated, and because always Liverpool, Tottenham, Liverpool always is a big match.
You say they're not in a good run. How do you explain their start to 2017?
No, I cannot explain. I cannot speak about another team that is not mine. Only I can say that we have the same problem in November. If you remember, when we will play for Champions League and after Manchester City, and I think it was 8 games without victory, and always during 10 months, during whole season, always every club or every team can have up and downs, and for us was the same. But for me the most important is they are a very good team. They have a very good player, and they will be motivated like us. That we need to be motivated and ready to fight, because I think always it's different game when you play with teams like Liverpool, and Liverpool against team like Tottenham. You need to be ready to fight.
You play a pressing style. Liverpool play a pressing style as well. How do you cope with that? How do you deal with that? Do you have to adapt a little?
I think that Liverpool and Tottenham have clear idea how we want to play. Maybe we are similar, but not the same in our principle. But I respect a lot Liverpool and the way that they play. We need to be clever, like them, to be clever, to try to beat us. And yes, I think will be a very, like always, when we play against Liverpool, very high tempo, intensive. I think will be a very, very tough game for both sides.
And you won't change the way that
What means change?
you won't change
About?
the way that you play.
We never change. I think sometimes we use different information or different player to play, but in our principle, we never change. Like them, or like Chelsea, or like United, or like Southampton, or all the. I think all the team have their principle, and then they move a little bit on the left, on the right, up and down. But I think every coaching staff have their style. I think nobody want to change. All want to impose their ideas.
Any more?
Yeah.
Lindsay?
Mauricio, you're a head coach that puts a lot of emphasis on fitness. Do you think that you can push players too far during a very busy season?
First of all, I am manager, not head coach. Nah, it's a shock. But we try to provide the team and the player the best condition to try to enjoy on the pitch. That is our first concern about our team. We are not a staff that we push to and cross the limit. I think we are a very sensitive coaching staff, and yes, maybe we want to win, and we work for that.
A lot of the criticism pointed towards Jurgen Klopp at the moment is that he might be overworking the players, overstretching them. Do you think you have to get a balance right?
I cannot speak for another, but I think all the manager, and then Klopp with his experience, I think he's clever like another manager to provide a good balance to the team. But what we can do if some people talking and they give their opinion, that for me we need to respect. But the reality or the truth that football is a lot of area that you need to have the control, and then if you win, you are the best, you are a genius. If you don't win, maybe appear the criticize, and you need to accept and be natural and spontaneous and believe in the way that you play, in the way that you use your method. And I think for me it's easy answer is only work in the way that you believe that you can achieve big things on football.
Do you find, though, during your time in the Premier League that you work harder at battling fatigue in players? Is that something that you work on?
If after 4 years you analyze okay, Southampton first and Tottenham them, and you compare with another team, I think we are the more fresh team. Because if you run more than the opponent, it's because you are fresh than the opponent, or maybe you are better, but you have better fitness, or I don't know. It's about to compare. I don't know why it's focused now on the fitness or in work hard or not. I think the date you can see because are open. You can put on internet and find. And in Southampton, when we were in Southampton and now in Tottenham, we are the team that more run. And Liverpool is the same. It's one of the fitter team on Premier League.
One of the other hot topics at the moment is leaders in the Premier League, and it seems that you have quite a few vying to be captain. So you've got Hugo Lloris. Harry Kane has said that he'd like to be captain one day. You've also given the armband as well to Kabul. So do you feel you've got so many leaders in your team that that's bringing you something in the dressing room?
Sorry, but I don't understand. I want to be wrong in my answer. You want to say that we have a lot of leaders in the changing room?
Yes, whereas a lot of teams don't seem to have as many.
I think that is good. For me, every player have the quality or the capacity to be a leader. And then, of course, the hierarchy is very important because we have Hugo Lloris that is captain in France, experienced player, and it's true that can give better advice maybe than another younger. But we have a player like Dele Alli that his personality and character become a leadership when in few years. But for me, every single player that is in our squad have qualities to be a leader. Only they need time to develop that quality.
Is that something that is giving Spurs an edge at the moment in terms of you're competing in multiple cup competitions as well, Europa League, FA Cup, Premier League? Having those characters in the dressing room, is that giving you an edge?
Well, it's important to have good character and always work to win, and not to say I want to win, is to show that you want to win with your performance, your behavior, your attitude. The enthusiasm is very important. Your own motivation, I think, is very important. And if you have character and you have good personality and you are a leader, that is a quality that is natural in all the player, and must to be natural skills. And yes, I am happy with the personality and the way that they move on the changing room, and our performance on the pitch always is, I think, is good. We can win or we can lose because football is a game, but I am very happy.
Finally from me, do you think that at the moment you're the realistic challengers to Chelsea in the Premier League title race?
The realistic?
Realistic.
If we are realistic?
If you're the only realistic team that can catch them?
No, we are not only the realistic. On the table, after Chelsea, we are. And it's normal that is a fact that we are a contender today. But then it's a lot of teams that can be contenders or are contenders. It's a lot of game ahead. It's true that the Chelsea take a big gap, massive gap, because 9 points is massive, but it's not decisive.
Okay, Dan.
Mauricio, is the club any closer to appointing a new head of recruitment?
I think that you know better than me. Why? You want that I explain. Sometimes some rumors are true, but I think the club never announced the chief scout or the scouting people. But I think the club will announce if the club no announce the new appointment. Maybe I will confirm in the next few press conference to you.
So the rumour that Steve Hitchens is the new
Yes, it's
coach
true.
is maybe true.
It's true.
True.
You know that I don't like to lie, but it's true.
Okay. Good.
But we'll wait that the club announce
Okay,
the
so
appointment.
you can't say
You know,
anything about
that is better.
So not, you can't say
Sorry, Simon.
Alistair.
Just wondering, with the partnership of Dembele and Wanyama working so well at the moment, has that affected the way you're developing Eric Dyer more as maybe a centre-back again rather than a defensive midfielder?
Oof, if we start again with debate about position, I think for different reasons, I am very happy with Dyer. If you 2 years and a half when he arrived to the club, was a player that remember my first official game against West Ham that he scored on the injury time. He started to play like a central back next to Younes Kabul, and then Kyle Norton was sent off, and he moved to the right back, and then finished like a winger because the goal was unbelievable. That was our first. But you know, and then they developed different possibility to playing in the under 21, and then on the second half, on the second season here. But that is very important. He's very young, and he every time for different position you don't affect you doesn't affect him and his performance. He play well like a fullback. He play well like a central back, and he play well like a midfielder. That is a big advantage. He's a very good player for us.
Tom, did you want a question?
Mauricio,
Yes.
all your players pretty much have signed new contracts here for the long term. Is there a point where you need to start winning trophies to make them believe that they can win trophies here in the long term as well?
The most important step now that the player believe that can achieve their dream. That is very, very, very important. If you believe that in that place and Tottenham is the right place to achieve your dream, will be very close to win trophies. For me, it's my first time that happened. That in the last few months, US 10 and the players show their commitment. I don't know, maybe 80% of the players show their commitment and want to be here a long term. I think it's my first experience like this, and I think when I am looking different team never happened, or different club never happened what was happened here, and that is very good news for us. And but for me it's very good point that is to achieve big things. The player need to dream and to show their commitment with us, with Tottenham, is because they dream that can be important here and can lift trophies and can achieve their dream.
But do those trophies need to arrive in the next 1 or 2 years to make them carry on?
Yes, maybe it's a better question to the chairman, no? Because maybe the chairman say, okay, if in the next 2 years you don't lift trophies, maybe we need to find another people that maybe manage in different way the club and the player. And step by step. For me, time is very important in football. You spend 200, 300, 400 million and to build a winning team, and you buy all the best players in the world and try to win today, or you are building you build a different way to try to win on them. That is always, you need time.
Do you think, just finally for me as well, in another way, that last season maybe people didn't expect Tottenham to fight for the title. This season you're doing it again. Do you think that convinces players who you might want to sign that Tottenham are now many seasons they can be at the top of the table, not just for one season?
Yes, but you know, sometimes for me, Tottenham, the club, the history, it's true that I don't want to be demagogic. I think the club always is above that every player, every manager, every staff. I think that is the most important. Sometimes we say, oh, if we don't achieve the Champions League, if we don't achieve the Europa League, maybe difficult to extend the contract for some player that want to win. Yes, come on. But for me, Tottenham is bigger than anyone. Okay? And that is important to start to be clever. I want to play for Tottenham. I want to manage for Tottenham because Tottenham, for me, is a big club with a big history, big fans, but in the very short future will be one of the best team about facilities, about this new stadium, and I think the important thing is that Tottenham want to give me the possibility to manage Tottenham a long-term time. I think that is the most important and set the principle when you arrive here like a manager, coaching or player, that you feel that the responsibility is to work hard to try to achieve big things. That is not enough to be on the top 4 or 6 or 5 or play Europa League.
Okay, Tom, to wrap it up.
Richard, when does Steve Hitchens start work? Will he start
Sorry, I confirm, but I am not the people to talk about that. Maybe the club, if the club won, will announce and will explain better. But I think, one thing is I confirm the appointment. Another is to start to explain what happened, what not happened, or how I see the future. No, I think no is fair.
Is that a replacement for Paul Mitchell? Is that
It's different. It's different position, but I can confirm that he is working from Monday here.
Monday?
From Monday.
Last Monday.
Yes, last Monday. Yes.